Hi YouTube! Today I thought I would sit down and finally show you guys a hobby that has blossomed within me over the past year, and that is coding and developing my own website. It's completely all mine. It's not attached to like something like Twitter, for example. I did make it with Neocities, which is basically this hub of websites that people make themselves through HTML coding, and basically everyone can kind of make their website look however they want, and it doesn't have to look so monolithic as your average dominant social media platform like Twitter or Instagram. It can be in any layout or have any designs you want, and it is set up entirely your preferred way. And this is how I set up my website. Better to like not be fully attached to Neocities. And what you can do is you can actually like save your HTML code for your whole website separately onto your computer, so that way your website can be pretty much transferred anywhere. It doesn't have to stay on Neocities forever. The majority of the coding that you're going to be doing while you're building your own website will be through HTML, which is basically like a coding language, and there's lots of different like coding languages. Certain programmers will be proficient in those different languages, right? But for like a web designer or a web developer, specifically on websites that are made from the ground up like this, they will use HTML coding. And honestly, I didn't have a ton of experience with HTML coding, so a lot of this stuff I had to just like Google as I went. So I barely even know how to like make a div like to like make a like one of these boxes here. Like you would probably call that like a div or like a container. I was more focused on basically trying to get like a working website finished. I will explain how I went about making my website look the way it did, and then maybe you as a viewer could take those little things that I explain and like use them when you're making your own website if you wish. Like you don't have to follow along exactly, and I encourage you not to make it more your own. But yeah, I just want to offer like tips for like a starting point to all of this like website building stuff, because I know it can be really overwhelming to like even start. And I think once you get your foot in the door and like start, that's when it's easier to like get the ball rolling and continue finishing building your website. Okay, so I started off with, this is sadgrl Online's layout builder, and basically with this layout maker you can choose like various different things that you feel like you would want your website to look like. For me, I chose that I wanted 2 sidebars, right? And then like you can choose if you would want a footer or not, and a nav bar as well. You can even like alter like different heights and stuff like that for the header, and then you can like generate the layout with this button right here, and it like literally immediately pops out a code that you copy and paste into your Neocities code. So when you make an account on Neocities, you'd go to profile and then you'd click on like edit site. Basically this is your hub of like images and stuff that would go on your website, right? So like any images that you want to put on your website, you'll drag and drop right in here. People might recommend like putting it into specific folders and stuff, and I've done that a little bit here, but I could definitely be a lot more organized with this. But this is just how I have it. And you'll also see that you're gonna have like basically .html files in here, and those files are just like your different pages on your website. So you'll find your homepage, which is going to be labeled index.html, and just click like edit, and it takes you like to the full code. And you would just like delete whatever is like initially here and copy and paste this code right here, and then you would get like this whole layout onto your website. And then from there you read through the entire code, and thankfully like sadgrl Online has a lot of comments within the code that like explain what different things are going to do if you change them. As you go down and like read sadgrl Online's like comments, then you can figure out like where to change certain things in order to customize your website to look the way that you want it. The code is broken up into the HTML section as well as the CSS section, which is more towards the bottom. The CSS section is like specifically for changing like the visuals of certain things, such as like the font. And like honestly, you can like, I'm sure like programmers would like kill me for saying this, but like there's also different ways to basically stay inside the HTML code by using the style tags, because that like directly like calls to the CSS code, and it directly changes like the visuals of the website. And then if you want to add any other special little like additions, like a scroll bar for example, basically you would like search for other people's like resources on how to like create things like a custom scroll bar, right? And people might even just like post their code that you can like use, and then you can change it to like look however you want the scroll bar to look, for example. Oh, and you'll probably have to go to this like w3schools.com website quite a bit if you have like specific questions about how to do things with HTML and CSS. There's like a whole laundry list of like stuff all organized to like teach you how to change different things about your website, like how to center images and stuff with like the center tag. Or you could even do it like there's lots of different ways to do different stuff. I like using like the center tag. You can also do like this way or this way. So yeah, I just want to say again that like this shit was like kind of hard. Like it's not really that easy. Like if you're coming from a place where you don't know shit about coding. And I recommend looking like literally on Neocities itself, like looking for websites and like looking up like resources or something like that. And then just looking through people's websites and seeing what they have to offer for you. Oh, that's another thing as well, is that I would highly recommend like browsing through these other people's websites for a while and like basically getting inspo about how you want your website to be set up. And then you could even like make a sketch of like what you want your website to look like. So after you go through like the root of the text up here, which can help you change certain things like the scroll bar and stuff, for example, a lot of like the majority of like the bulk of your website will be in this body right here. This code right here is the code that I used to like put these little roses in the corner and have it stick as you like scroll up and down. And you can see like I didn't even really bother with like going into the CSS. I did it like just in the HTML here with this style tag. And then you can use these little calls like what position you want it to be in, and how far to the left do you want it to be in, and how much to the bottom do you want it to be in. And then this z-index thing is like what layer you want it to be on, right? A higher z-index will like put it on top of other things that have a lower z-index. And then you might be curious about this basically desktop buddy I have on my website right here. So this is my little ukagaga is what I like to call her. She's like basically a little chat bot. But it's not like using AI or anything. Everything that she says is something that I wrote. Like just literally like wrote out and typed myself like on the notepad. So yeah, she's really cute. I really like her. But this ukagaga like code and idea isn't like my creation necessarily, besides just the drawing and the script. This was made by darkosparko on nekoweb. And nekoweb is just like another like hosting platform for people's websites that they made themselves. So here is their ukagaga, for example. And basically to have an ukagaga like this, I would join the webring that this is a part of. And a webring is another really cool thing about being a part of a community of people that make their own personal websites. It's basically a group of people. You can become a part of the webring by like applying through like the webring's whole site, and then like you can be a part of all the members right here. Your website will also be available for people to see who like browse the webring. Say for example I joined this like style savvy fan webring. If someone comes to this website or is linked back to it through like my little page about why I like style savvy right here on my website, then they can see like different people on the internet that are also interested in style savvy and connect with those people. So in this case, in darkosparko's case, right, for the website buddy webring, joining this webring allows you to have the code for having your own website buddy. It can be really helpful things like that as well, and really cool customizable things that can go on your page as well. Another thing that I really like adding to my website is different things like you'll notice that they're called stamps, which are these right here, and also buttons, which are these right here. And basically they're just like really fun little images, like mini images that you can make scroll by with a marquee. And you can like choose which direction you want it to flow in as well. I want it to be flowing to the right, so that's what it's doing right here. And so this right here, this code has to do with my left sidebar right here. And you can see I have it kind of laid out like I've just literally put the image for like this personal GIF thing up here. This is like a Blinky. There is something called the Blinky generator or Blinky maker, Blinky's Cafe, that a lot of people use. And I used this one to make this one right here to kind of signal like, you know, section off the different parts of the index basically. So basically you'll look through these for like a basic design that you like. And then you can alter it by literally putting whatever text you want right here and changing like, you have all these different font options, right? To like put whatever text you want on your Blinky, and then you could just download it, take it, use it wherever. And I also have these kinds of things right here, which are basically called dividers, which can basically like section off different parts of like text or like images on your website, which I found to be pretty helpful. And there's also little pixels that make your website cuter as well. And you can find a lot of these things by like just searching for them on, I use Tumblr a lot to try to find stuff like this, like little web resources. But you can also easily find like a lot like on neocities. Like some people will like make pages like specifically like to like put together a whole bunch of graphics for the purposes of sharing it around. In order to create like a list that I have going on right here, I use this like UL and LI tags, and that's what kind of makes them like put into a list like this. That directs people with the href. The href is just like a link to anything, the ahref, and then /a. And then in quotation marks is like your link, and then this is the text that they click on that will send them to this link right here. And if you want to make like a new page for your neocities that people can like click to and see something different on, you would like literally go over here to like your neocities dashboard on your profile and edit site, and you would make like a new file literally, and you would name it whatever, like sketchbook.html, and that would create, and that would make an entirely new page for people to look at on your website. And you could put like all your art there or something, or whatever you want. Or you could send people to like your neocities like profile page so that they can like follow your page and see whenever it gets updated. And then you'll notice that the aside ends, so you'll stop like editing whatever's in your sidebars here, and your main is going to be like this body of text right here, like whatever you want to put in the center of your website. And then when you want to like put text, you would use like this P, and then this style stuff is just to like make this specific text centered onto the page. And if you want to insert like a little pixel or like an image, you would use this image source, and then you would do the quotations and like literally the .gif or .png or whatever image you want to have. You would just have to be sure that that image is uploaded onto your neocities dashboard like this, or else it won't be able to find this image right here. So directly under this art piece that I made, I have a welcome sign. And as you're like browsing around looking for resources, I would highly recommend like bookmarking them so that you don't lose them. Here's one that I found that's glittergraphics.com. And it seems to be kind of a older website that has a lot of like older little pixels and graphics that you can like put onto your page and organize, which is really cool. I like seeing like these older GIFs and stuff that have probably been around for like a really long time. It's really fun to just like look through them. Like this one is really, really adorable. This website also has like this text generator here. You can like put whatever text you want and then like choose different, basically different font styles to see your text however you want to see it. I would also like check if anybody has like a toy box section or anything like that, or like Calmoji fonts, and yeah, basically people just put together all these resources like this. also saw this website called Dither Me This, where you can like input any image that you want, like maybe your own art or something, and you can like have it be dithered, kind of like this, in any kind of way that you want. Like you can make it look like it was on the Game Boy or something cool like that. And like changing this width right here will like change the amount of dither you're like able to see. So it's just a cool kind of way to like see your art in a different way, or like this. Oh yeah, and sadgrl Online, the original layout builder, also has like this website right here that is just full of like different coding resources. That is like, you can like play a song on your website if you want, or like changing things on hover, or like falling items and snowflakes, which is something that I did on my Japan pictures page. So I have little cherry blossoms and stuff. You can also make or add your very own custom cursor as well. And this part of my website is like, basically I call it my status update. I just kind of put like random thoughts on here and like the date and like I made like these little emotes of my OC to like correspond with like my emotion for that status update at that time. It's kind of like a way to keep your website more actively updated. So that, I believe, starts right up here with this div in the main. And I've used like this border image by like basically looking for like free resources for borders online that I want to use. And that's how I got this border like this right here. This is like the image for the status update. And then this right here is the date and text right next to it. And then oftentimes I use this like BR tag, which is basically like a line break. It kind of helps me like easily like space things out from top to bottom, like from div to div or like box to box. Like pretty much usually like using this BR tag has come in clutch quite a bit for me. Right underneath it I have like a button. You can just like click it and it can send you anywhere, and that is done right here with this code. And all of this right here is like the rest of the button. And then right underneath that is a phenomenon called the guestbook. And the guestbook is basically like a way for people to tell you and show you that they have visited your website and what they thought of it. So they can put like their name, and you can ask them any questions you want them to answer, and then they can leave a message for you if you want. And I put this together with Atabook. And Atabook is a part of that nekoweb thing that I was talking about earlier. So you would just like sign up for a guestbook right here, and you could like edit the questions that you want to ask people right here. And you could also go to this message control thing, and you can choose like if you want to like be reading the messages before you like approve them to be put onto your guestbook and then show up on your website, so that you can like make sure that nobody's just putting any like spam or like anything rude or mean on there. And this actually took some figuring out to how to actually like get the website to like recognize this other website, which is the Atabook guestbook website. So I used an iframe and like linked it to the Atabook page, because it's like technically a separate page from my neocities, like this, and basically styled it like how I wanted it to look like, and then it was able to like show up on the website. And then that's all I have in my main. On the right side, on my right nav bar, is pretty much just an introduction of like me, and I basically like went down and like added images and text where I wanted it all to go. So now I think I'll just run you through like the different things that I decided to put on my website. Other than the homepage, first up I've got my YouTube page, which kind of like picks out certain videos that I'm particularly proud of. Then this page is probably one of the ones that gets updated the most, is the sketchbook page. It shows you like an image of one of my sketchbooks here and asks if you want to like see the digital stuff I've made, or the traditional stuff I've made, or the pixel art I've made. So it'll just take you to what that all looks like. I just have it all scrolling down like this. I could have it organized better, but I don't. This is just like most recent stuff at the top to the less recent stuff at the bottom. So yeah. Then I have a page for like the edits that I've made on TikTok, unfortunately, because I don't know, I just kind of got interested in doing that when I was really interested in Idolmaster Cinderella Girls, the video game, and Sonic, I guess. It's just something fun, I don't know. And then I have a page for Decoden, because I don't know if a lot of people know what Decoden is, necessarily, or like how I decide to make Decoden. So, and then it just kind of explains what Decoden is and the different Decoden projects that I've made. Then I have a page for anime figure photography, from recent to least recent. And it kind of has little subsections right here where I talk about like the different figures in the photo, if I have anything important I want to say about them, and basically different pictures of the figures in my collection that I've taken. Then we have the Japan pictures page, talking about like all the different pictures that I've put together from my time studying abroad in Japan in 2022, and basically any memories that I have associated with all of these photos. And you might like notice that if there's like a ton of pictures on one page like this, that can slow down the page quite a lot when it comes to loading. But one trick that I've learned for helping with the loading times on this is basically compressing the PNGs or converting them to JPEGs, because JPEGs take up a lot less space, and it doesn't need to be like a PNG image if it's like not a transparent image like this. If it's a transparent image, yes, you'll want it to be a PNG, but otherwise you can make it a JPEG and even a compressed JPEG if you wish to make it really speedy loading times. Then after that, I have a page for all of the online quizzes that I've made, which is another hobby of mine that I like to do. Clicking on any one of these little icons that I've made will take you to any of the quizzes that I've made. On uQuiz is the quiz making site that I like the most. Next is a section like specifically for all of the Project Diva modding that I've done. Project Diva is like a video game, rhythm game that I play for Hatsune Miku Vocaloid characters, and I play like a fan game of Project Diva and the official Project Diva, and I make like fan-made basically beat maps or charts for this game. And it shows like all of the autoplay videos of these charts that I've made, like this, like what the song is and why I wanted to make the chart for the song. And the next one is the PPT basement, which is more like different, a little bit more like you can tell the layout is the same, but I've actually changed a few of like the different like look of the website here. And you could do that for like all of your pages too, but I just got a little lazy with all this. But basically it's like a meme database of like stuff that my friends, you know, say, and like memes that we enjoy and whatever. And then next up is like the My Pics page I have right here, where the first one is anime, and I have like, I changed this like info box to be like basically like scrolling images of a lot of my favorite anime characters. And then in the main, we have like all of my favorite anime, synopsises of them, the genres of them, and like notes about why I specifically really love the shows. And even like different memes that I've noticed, like, oh god, different memes that I've seen for the different shows that I like, I'll put them here if I find them to be particularly memorable and notable in like the culture of the popularity of this particular anime. And sometimes I'll add like specific songs from anime that I really enjoy as well, just on the website so anybody can like see them. And then I have a game section where it basically does a similar thing, except for Style Savvy. I also have this special part right here where these are different outfits that I have made in the game, and you can like scroll through it and like see the different outfits that I've made like this in Style Savvy. So yeah, my movies page is completely unfinished, so I will skip over that. But then I also have a videos page, which basically like is a list of YouTubers and content creators that I enjoy, that I feel like deserve to be like highlighted. Basically like people that inspire me and I feel like they deserve to be watched and appreciated. And I have like their icons and like a description about why I like them and why I'm inspired by them. My music page is also completely unfinished. I've seen pages where like people will like have like, it's like a DJ spread, right? Like they'll have like their albums that they love and talk about why they love their albums. You can do music reviews like this, or you can like have the music, like you can have it be playable on pages like that so people can listen and as they like read what you're talking about and why you like the music, for example. It's really cool. I also have an idols page, which is like my favorite anime idols, just talking about why I like them and stuff, and an artist page because I really wanted to highlight some of my most favorite artists and why they're super awesome. And like artists that I'm like directly inspired by when it comes to my own art. The places to go, I wanted to make like a page where it's like, oh, all these different like places around the world that I would really like to travel to, but that one is not finished at all. And this one is pretty cool as well, this like cool sites page, which is basically just a list of like different like niche, probably not very often visited websites that I think are so awesome and fun to visit, or like even like old websites that have been archived to like allow people a chance to like explore what these older websites used to look like. For example, the old Keroro website that has now been replaced for the new anime that's going to be come out, like the reboot anime. But before that, this is kind of what it looked like. And yeah, that is my whole website making journey. If any of you guys have any questions about making websites, I'm definitely not like an expert or anything, but I would be like interested to like see your own websites, and like you can like shoot your shot if you want. Like you can ask a question about doing something in particular and I'll see if I like happen to know the answer about it. Besides that, I hope you guys have fun making your own websites, and I'm really excited to see what you have made already and what you're going to make. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Bye bye!